Hi, today from Black Forest. Today I will tell you about one of the billionaire strategies to achieve extreme results. This strategy is called the exponential domino effect. What it is, you will find out in the next part. Today I will explain to you a way to look at your life and at the world around you that will potentially revolutionize lives of many of you and will help you to achieve unbelievable results in your lives. Let's start with this. You certainly know these domino events where people line up many domino tiles in rows, and there are thousands and thousands of these domino parts, and then they push one of the dominoes, and then the domino flips over the next domino and the next one and the next one. So a kind of chain reaction happens, and many dominoes, thousands and hundreds and thousands of thousands, sometimes millions of domino tiles fall down, creating a massive effect, a massive event. And they do it in big sport venues, maybe in stadiums, and so on and so on. And this is just crazy how much you can do by pushing just one domino tile and cause this chain reaction, this huge event that goes over minutes, maybe sometimes 10 minutes, maybe even half an hour, and flips over so many domino tiles on the way. And now imagine that our life and the world is kind of a domino setup, and one event causes the next event, and that next event causes the next one, and so on and so on. So by somehow making the first event happen, you automatically make the other events happen without you having to somehow make them happen separately or somehow force them to happen. It is enough just to push one domino at the beginning of that chain reaction of events, and all the other events in that chain will happen automatically by the virtue of that first event having been happened. And now imagine that instead of looking at life and the world as a set of independent events, you can look at that world and our life as a set, as a number of domino chains that are set up, and they are just waiting for the first event to happen, and then they fall down in that chain, causing that chain reaction, right? And of course it is much more complex than the domino show that what you see on the TV maybe. Of course it is much more complex. So these chains, of course, they split, they come together, they intersect each other, and so on and so on. But generally, if you look at life with that scope of identifying these domino chains and then looking for the first domino that you need just to flip in order to make all the dominoes on the way fall down, all the events on the way happen, then you are much more effective than when you have this attitude, this approach that you have to do everything directly, cause every effect yourself. It is just enough to identify these chains and make this first domino flip, and then all the other events will happen automatically. And now this is the first level. The second level, you can also realize that they are like standing dominoes, and in one chain, and then there is another chain of dominoes that also stand up, but they are not connected, these two chains, but they are two dominoes, let's say 1, 2, 3 maybe dominoes lying down. And if you pick them up, if you make them stand and you connect these chains, then it is enough to, again, to push one domino tile to make both of these chains fall down And of course, this chain reaction is much bigger, causes maybe much more effect, and creates much bigger results. So if you sharpen your sight to identify first of all, the chains of dominoes, then the lying dominoes that needed to be picked up in order to connect these chains and to make huge effects possible, then you are advancing, then you are extremely effective by doing that. But now I will tell you one more secret, because at the end of 20th century, a physicist with the name Lorne Whitehead proved that every domino can flip down another domino tile that is 50% bigger than this domino itself. So imagine you have a 1-inch domino, then you can have another 1/2-inch domino, and when you flip the first one, it will cause the other domino also to fall down. Then behind that you can have a domino of a size of 2 inches 25, and this will fall down as well, and so on and so on. So you get an exponential domino effect, meaning that you can create exponentially bigger and bigger results by pushing a small domino at the beginning. And guess what? In 2001, in San Francisco Exploratorium, they tried that out, and they set up 8 domino tiles, starting with 2 inches domino and ending with a 3-foot domino tile, much bigger tile. 8 dominoes, one after another, and they push the first one, and all of these dominoes fall down. And now if you continue that, you realize how powerful it is. Because if you continue, if you would set up, I will be reading here because I got some notes. If you set up 18 dominoes like that, the 18th domino would flip a Leaning Tower of Pisa. The 23rd domino would flip Eiffel Tower. The 31st domino would be higher than Mount Everest. And the 57th domino would be almost as high as the distance between Earth and Moon. So you see, by flipping a 2-inch domino that you can easily flip with your finger, you can create results that are of cosmic magnitude, literally of cosmic magnitude. And this is physically proven, and this is also confirmed by physical experiments. So generally, if you know, in a motivational talk, they say, anything is possible, there is no limit of your achievements. But here, physically, you can actually do that. There are chains of dominoes in the world, on Earth, or in cosmos, in the space, that by flipping one small domino, you can create extreme results of cosmical magnitude. You could actually, move Moon, or maybe some planets, by flipping one of the dominoes. But what you have to do is to identify these chains correctly and flip the right domino, maybe set up some dominoes. And this is how billionaires act. They don't look, what can I do myself? They identify, what do I need to make something happen? What dominoes do I need to have in place? What dominoes are there actually waiting to be flipped? And what dominoes are missing that could cause this chain reaction, that when I flip that one, it will create unbelievable results, strong results, substantial results, substantial effects. And this exactly is called the exponential domino effect. And this is one of the secrets of billionaire extreme success, extreme achievements. How is it possible that some people struggle lifelong and achieve mediocre or average results, and others seemingly with ease achieve extreme results in short time, in one lifespan? Even a millionaire an average millionaire would need thousands of years in order to become a billionaire, but billionaires do it in one lifespan. So I wonder, what are your thoughts about this strategy? What other strategies can you use to achieve exponential results? What is your experience? What are your thoughts? Share this in the comments below this video. If you like this video, give me a thumb up. If not, of course, thumb down. Subscribe if you haven't. Share this video with your loved ones, with your friends. One day they will thank you for that. I talk here about achieving extreme results, achieving impossible goals. I talk here about how the best entrepreneurs in our world think and act, how our self-made billionaires think and act. I talk here about economy, about money, about wealth. So if you like this video, you will certainly like my other videos. I invite you to watch them. That's it for today. I wish you a fantastic day. Let's do something extraordinary today.